She met him on an ordinary Thursday evening, the kind that doesn't promise anything special. Ava was running late for a friend's dinner when Ryan bumped into her outside a bookstore, spilling her coffee all over the pavement. He apologized, bought her a new cup, and stayed to talk. His charm felt effortless. The way he listened, the way he smiled, the way he made her believe that coincidences could be destiny. Weeks turned into months, and the rhythm of her life began to change. Texts in the morning, calls at night, random "I miss you" messages that made her blush in public. He said all the right things, and for a while, she forgot that words are cheap. Love made her generous with forgiveness, careless with boundaries. Ryan had a habit of keeping his phone face down. At first, she thought it was nothing. Everyone values privacy. But patterns reveal what people try to hide. He laughed at texts that he wouldn't show her. He left the room for calls that ended in silence when she entered. Ava noticed, but she didn't confront him. Not yet. She told herself trust takes patience. Then came the first lie, a small one, about working late. The next day she saw his friend's story, Ryan at a party, arm around another woman, the caption reading, "Old flames never die." Her heart didn't break instantly, it cracked slowly, the way ice gives way under weight. Still, she stayed, hoping maybe she misunderstood, maybe he'd explain. But explanations never came. Instead, came gaslighting. "You're overthinking," he'd say. "You're being dramatic." Love turned into confusion, confusion into shame. She stopped talking to friends because she didn't want to defend him anymore. She kept waiting for the version of him from the bookstore, the man who once made her feel seen. But that version no longer existed. Then came the night that changed everything. She borrowed his laptop to send herself a file for work. The browser opened automatically to his messages, a group chat she didn't recognize. Her name appeared in the middle of the conversation, followed by laughing emojis. He had turned her into a joke. Details she had trusted him with, her insecurities, her family, her dreams, all served as punchlines. Her name appeared in the middle of the conversation, followed by laughing emojis. He had turned her into a joke. Details she had trusted him with, her insecurities, her family, her dreams, all served as punchlines. Ava stared at the screen until her eyes burned. She felt humiliation crawl under her skin, but beneath it, something else stirred. Clarity. She didn't cry. Not this time. She took screenshots, saved them, sent them to herself. Then she closed the laptop, cleaned the coffee mug beside it, and smiled for the first time in weeks. That smile wasn't forgiveness. It was the beginning of payback. For days, she said nothing. She went through their routine exactly as before. Dinner dates, calls, goodnight texts. He didn't notice the distance in her eyes, the silence that had weight. She became a mirror, reflecting his lies back at him without a word. In those quiet days, Ava planned. She collected messages, photos, timestamps, proof of every deception he thought was invisible. When she was ready, she chose a date that mattered, his birthday. He was planning a small dinner, just close friends. She offered to organize it, acting thrilled, and he let her. The evening arrived. Ryan walked in, confident and smug, expecting celebration. But the room fell silent when he saw the guest list, not just his friends, but every woman he had been texting behind Ava's back. Each of them sat calmly, phones on the table, screens glowing with his messages. At the center stood Ava, in a simple black dress, holding a glass of water. "Happy birthday," she said steady. "You always said honesty is the best gift." He laughed nervously, tried to make a joke, but no one laughed with him. One of the girls opened her phone and began to read his words, his promises, his copy-paste confessions. One by one they followed. The room filled with the sound of his own lies, echoing back like a chorus he couldn't silence. Ryan's face drained of color. He reached for Ava's hand, but she stepped back. "Don't," she whispered. "You taught me to read between the lines. Now, everyone can." She placed her phone on the table, the screen displaying a folder titled "Read Receipts." Inside were every conversation, every screenshot, neatly organized and backed up. She didn't need to shout, didn't need revenge speeches or anger. The truth spoke louder. When she turned to leave, he called her name. She paused, looked over her shoulder, and simply said, "You broke my trust in private. I repaired my dignity in public." Then she walked out. Outside, the city lights felt different, warmer, lighter. The air that once felt heavy now carried relief. She deleted his number, blocked him everywhere, and sent a final message to herself. Healing doesn't need an audience. Weeks passed. Ryan tried to apologize through friends, messages, even letters. She never replied. Silence became her language. She poured her energy into herself, traveling, painting, rediscovering the parts of her she had neglected. Her peace became the story that replaced his. Months later, a friend told her Ryan had moved away. Rumor said his reputation never recovered, but Ava never asked for updates. She had closed that chapter completely. Because true revenge doesn't watch someone fall. It's rising so high their memory can't reach you. She posted a single quote on her social feed. "Some people read messages. Others read the truth." No names, no hints, just calm closure. Her followers filled the comments with hearts and fire emojis, but she didn't respond. She was busy living the life she almost lost. Peaceful mornings, genuine laughter, trust rebuilt from within. And sometimes when her phone buzzed late at night, she'd glance at the screen, smile at the read receipt, and remember, once she begged for replies. Now, her silence was enough. Because real revenge doesn't scream, it whispers through peace.